How you all doing, me muckers? And welcome back to another MidWeek Mumble. So, first things first, we'll get this kicked off straight away. If you look at the little scroll underneath, this is an over 18s channel. If you are under the age of 18, then you do need to click off. But right in, let's get the guests in straight off the bat and let's get this cracking. So, first of all, we've got my old mucker, Mark from Leeds.
Hello.
How you doing, mucker? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Thank you for the invite again, mate.
No worries, mate. Honestly, you're always welcome. You're always welcome on my channel. You know that.
Cheers. Appreciate it.
And then, honestly. And then we also have. I need to speak properly now because
All right.
From Llama Farmer, who probably won't understand a word I'm saying. You do, mucker.
I would say bloody Northerners, but you're not that far, are you? So
not yet. No.
Yeah, I'm very good. Thank you very much for having me on again. Second time, I think it was probably this time last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's better. I'd say about the same time last year. Yeah.
So thanks for having me back.
So, no, it was mate. Ben, do you just want to have a little introduction to yourself, what you do, what the channel's about, and just a little 10 to 15, 20 second spiel just to let people know watching, if they ain't never seen your channel, what it's about?
Yeah, cool. Well, this is the channel here, Llama Farmer. That's my logo. And it's moto vlogging. Of course, it's moto vlogging. That's what we're all here doing. There's a few little reviews on there, some trips away. I've been to Spain with Teapot One, the chicken strips. That's a 3-series video. And I'm looking forward to the sun coming back out so we can get out and do a few more.
Yeah, 100%. As you said, trips. We might as well crack off and just use that as the first subject, really. So we've all planned trips before in the past, haven't we? So what kind of... I'll chuck this to Mark first. So what kind of software do you use when you looking at planning a trip? Either, because if people don't know, where Mark does off-roading as well, so when you're looking at doing a trip, say for example a road trip, what do you use? What software do you use to plan the trip? How do you plan the trip? How, what do you kind of put into the trip? Do you add the stops, or do you just kind of condense the day, or what do you kind of do?
Well, you know very well what trip planner I use. I use Kalimoto, where we just turn left, we turn left, we turn left, we turn left, don't we?
Left.
So we just hit all the lefts.
I'm not going to say anything, but
so after our long ride up to Scotland that time, which was fun. If I'm honest, mate, I don't do any trip planning really. I look on Google Maps. I use Kalimoto, and that's probably the limit. And I tend to jump on other people's trips and tours and stuff like that. So if I'm away with Pete English on the off-roading, or Michael Heaton, or anybody like that, they've got it dialed in. They know the lanes, they know the trails, they know all that. Or if I'm so, for example, when I've been doing a little bit of tech myself, I've downloaded tech and I've put it onto Guru Maps, and then I just follow the trail. And when I get bored or tired, then I just turn around and come home. And that's basically what I do. But I generally follow Pete, Ben's doing. He's organised a stonking trip when we go to Ireland in July. So I've literally says, where do you want me to turn up? How much money do you want? And let's go. And that's basically what I've done. Haven't I, Ben?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
what do you use?
I also use Kalimoto, but I also use Google Maps as well a lot. I find that Kali doesn't have that close-up detail like Google Maps.
Yeah.
So you can sort of go, we're going to go roughly here, and then use Google Maps to get the detail. So you're trying to find a cafe or something for a lunch stop, or coffee stop in the morning. You can't get that kind of detail on Kali, so go to Google and everything's on there. And you can go street view, you can look at the parking. I mean, the island trip's probably taken me, I don't know, 15, 20 hours to do. from start to finish, from getting off the ferry at Rosslare to getting back on the ferry at Dublin. That's the most of it, really. And yeah, Cali gives you decent routes for twisty roads, and then just confirm it with Google.
I do exactly what Pecos Paul does. Just follow the leader.
Yeah. I mean, some of us sometimes accidentally overtake the leader and don't realise who the leader is. So,
dear.
Yeah, but
depends how the pace is.
Yeah,
that 55 mile an hour.
Yeah,
give or take.
Sticking to the limits.
Yeah.
So I'll really lend the odd one out here. So I'll use my route app, and do it off my route app, and that's literally the same as, very very similar to Google Earth. So you can literally go on there, get your start point, and then, for example, if you want a coffee stop, you can plan the coffee stop in, and then, if there's points of interest, or especially what I found in the past when I've done trips with other people before I started planning on myself, like, you'd know the name of the hotel, but all you'd get is like the street name of the hotel kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And you end up, or I have in the past, you just ride it up and down the road looking for the hotel, and then 9 times out of 10 they've changed the hotel, especially in Europe, because they change like every 2 years, don't they? And then you're riding up and down the road trying to find the hotel. But what I have found with that is it's pretty good. It's pretty spot on. When you put an address in, you're very very close. And then on the My Route app thing as well, you can also put as twisty or as straight as you want, and then you can what I tend to do when I go away with like the army lads and stuff like that, you can transfer it from. So I've got the BMW sat nav, which is a Garmin, so I can transfer it from a Garmin into a TomTom, and then you can overlay and see if it's the TomTom and the Garmin are going the right places, which I find, especially if you're planning a trip, which is really good, because I don't know about you guys, I've had it before where somebody sent you the link, and you're following the TomTom, or he's following his Garmin, and yours is saying let's turn left, and he's saying let's turn right. So that's that for me. When I've gone away with the army lads, that's probably the best feature for my route app that's on there, because it's just dead transparent. Then you can change the map on TomTom to follow the Garmin one. So
I've got a confession to make, because I've got my route app. I bought it, but I've never actually used it. I used it once. Excuse me, Tommy Lindley gave me a route around Derbyshire, and I used it then, and I've not used it since.
Yeah, I must admit, I think it's one of them, for me, it's one of them ones where unless I'm planning a route, unless I'm planning a trip, I don't really use it, and then you do kind of forget what you're doing and how you do things, and how to transfer the routes from the computer to your phone and then to the sat nav, because this new BMW 6 sat nav, it's not as easy as the Nav 5. In the Nav 5, you could just click it into the computer and you could transfer them straight away, where all this is Bluetooth. So you've got to download it to your phone, or send it to your phone, download it from your phone.
JPX file.
Yeah, back up.
Is it like JPX file and then?
Yeah. But it's still, for me, it's probably the easiest one you can. I've not used Calimoto. I've used Calimoto once, and I just didn't find it as easy as the My Route app one. But I suppose if you're just going out for a quick blast round, probably the Calimoto one is as good as anything else.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys use when you're just going for a blast out? Is it like Calimoto, or do you just kind of have you already got like a set route, or?
Well, there aren't really any routes in the southeast. It's horrendous. There's just too much traffic. But I'll just hit, if I'm just going to shoot out for a couple of hours, go south 60, 80, 100 mile, whatever it may be, go and just see where it takes me. Hit new roads. That's what I tend to do. It tends to get the really sort of tight back roads down this way because there's so many bigger roads. Then, but it does a pretty good job. Gets me back roughly in the time it says it's going to get me back. So it's a decent app. I like it. It just doesn't quite have the detail of Google Maps.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are saying OS Maps. No, they use OS Maps on the phone. Now I've only just started after getting Paul's 250 of him, looking at the OS Maps. So there's myself and Craig, who's Motor Rev, who are actually going to do like a little Zoom call in a few weeks, just to for him to explain how he does his. So I'm gonna have a look and see what's local to me over in like Eccleshall way. But I genuinely can't wait to get on this little 250. Get some falling off.
Download the tech. Go to the tech website. Download the GPX files, and then you can upload it to whatever device you want. And you'll see that there's a lot of, because obviously you're not far from Wales, are you? So there's a hell of a lot that goes through Wales.
Yeah.
Which in a few weeks' time I'm doing Strata, Florida. I'm staying over. I'm staying over Friday to Monday, and I'm doing Strata, Florida, with Pete and Pete Brown-Smith, Judy. There's a few of us going. Ash Wright. So yeah.
Do you have to pay for Kalimata?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that it's too expensive. I don't even know. I thought it was free Kalimata. Would I realise you had to pay for it?
I think you can get a light version, but if you want to share like your routes and stuff like that, you've got to upgrade. I think it's £50 a year, isn't it, Ben?
First year I did it, I think it was 39, but I think it has gone a little bit. Yeah, but when you first log into it, you get like a free area. So being down in the southeast, if you drew
you can pick your region, can't you?
Yeah, if you drew a line from sort of London across to Bristol, I had everything south of that. I can't remember if you could share it or not, but yeah, for the yearly subscription, and then
I've let mine elapse. I've let mine elapse for a year because I didn't use it. But I think what I'll do is when we go to Ireland, I'm going to get it again, and you can share the route with me, and then I've got it.
Yeah,
I've got it then.
Yeah.
So,
like I say,
there's a relatively new feature where you can share within the ride, and then I get a dot of where you are on the screen. So I mean, we're going to be riding together, so we're going to be right behind each other. But you could effectively go, I'm going to go off and go and do that, and then track where someone else is through the app.
And Andy Mate is asking if you can download your own routes in Kalimata. So can you upload the route from Kalimata or not?
From Kalimata and to, yes.
Yeah. I thought you could.
You can import GPX and you can export GPX.
Sorry, Martin says he was going to Nottingham on 27th. I'm going, Martin, and I know Ben's going as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I should be there.
So,
what,
you're going, Bri?
I've got too much on, mate, to be honest.
Have you?
Right. Yeah, I'm just... At the minute, I'm just stacked out every weekend, and
just while we're on as well, I know Richie Vida's doing a ride out from Derby, Claycross, my moto Claycross. I saw it on his social, so I'll be going to that one as well on the Sunday.
Wait, when's that? Sunday.
Week on Sunday.
A week on Sunday.
Yeah.
David just having a little pop there. Thank you very much, mate. No GPX available for Ireland.
Yeah.
That has caused hilarity on multiple occasions. I think I'll probably start in Nottingham with the best.
Explain.
Again.
Sit and explain.
Yeah.
Sit and explain.
Who got the jacket? Who got the jacket then for that?
That would be me.
Oh.
So it all started with the Euro Clan ride, and I named the GPX files for each day because we did the 2 days, didn't we? And I missed a dot out, and so it didn't work. So I had to send it out again. And then so there was a load of banter backwards and forwards, piss taking, cooking it out.
Yeah.
And then the next ride, I asked Steve, have you got a GPX file? Knowing that it would create, and it did. And I started the ride with the Vesta Shame on.
Oh,
And then
it Lakes,
exactly
when you did the
same
Lakes.
for Nottingham, yeah, Lakes. So that's why I started with it, and I got a feeling I'll probably end up starting with it at Nottingham as well. But I'm hoping it'll be the new one, the pink one, and I can get
sign it.
on the pink
That'll
one.
be good.
Yeah.
So
is that going to be the default vest? Is it the pink one?
I think the yellow one. I think he's going to retire it. Yeah, and he's going to move to the pink one.
Right,
I don't want my name back on that.
Do you guys just want to explain to some of these guys who might not know what the pink vest is and the yellow vest is?
I'll explain. Since I'm clan mascot, so basically, you get to wear a high vis jacket that says "polite" on the back of it if you cock up, if you leave your indicator on for too long, or you drop your bike, or you do something stupid like pull out in front of an ambulance, or crash into the back of your mate and half write your bike off, or something like that. That's me twice.
If you want to see any of that, go to my channel and Mark put it out on there.
Good plug.
And if you want to see nearly every clan ride, go to my channel because I've documented it on my channel.
Yeah. So all this happens on the clan is Bruce's teapot one. So
that's it. Yeah.
Patreon members.
They all the Patreon. So all the Patreon members. If you're a Patreon member, then you can go to the clan rides and meet up and shoot the shit. Ride your bike.
No white pointy hats involved.
No what?
No white pointy hats involved. It's not that sort of clan.
No, say that. Good. Yeah. Take one of them. But yeah, it's Bruce's. It's basically like a subscription to Bruce, and then what these guys do then is, I don't know, probably five times a year they all meet up, different parts of the country and Europe now, and they all meet up and go for a ride for a weekend. So I mean, where have you been? Where did you go? Where in Europe did you go?
For the Euro Clan ride?
Yeah.
France.
We stayed at a place. Oh, now you're asking. Charles de Menez, just inside the French border with Belgium, and then we head up into, especially it's the Ardennes forest area.
Yeah,
some spectacular roads. It was
honestly the most beautiful place.
Stunning. Just a shame it pissed with rain on Sunday.
Lorraine always has to play a part.
It does if I'm leading, yes.
Yeah. I tell you what, it wasn't bad in Luxembourg, mate. So I don't.
Luxembourg's beautiful, isn't it? Luxembourg.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and the weather wasn't so bad there. So basically on the Saturday, Martin Pirate, he did the ride on the Saturday, which it was like blistering, glorious sunshine, and then Ben did the ride on the Sunday. But me and Paul Webb and Simon, we skipped it and we went to Luxembourg, hoping that the weather would be a little bit better, and it was a little bit better. But riding in between, it was shocking. But yeah, we wanted to tick off another country, so we went to Luxembourg.
Yeah, Luxembourg,
which is on the channel. It's on the channel. It's on the channel.
Right, we'll get this out of the way now, okay? So we ain't going to keep saying it. Subscribe to these guys. If you already subscribe to these guys. So yeah, you can. And if I'm being brutally honest, they're both good channels, both good lads. So Mark does a few bits and dabs on the side as well, don't you, Mark? So yeah, if you have a look at the channel.
Yeah, I made the top box dividers, the sectional dividers for the top box, and I've got my own laser cutting business as well, making logos as Ben's pointing out, stuff like that. And I've got a big reveal with a bike accessories company coming up, but I can't actually. I'm under embargo not to share the logos and the artwork at this moment in time. But once I'm allowed to do that, I'll be flooding it through my social media as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite exciting. Probably the biggest job that I've done, monetary and in size as well. They're quite large logos.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it's all good stuff as well. Like it just stuff small as key rings to big stuff like behind Ben at the moment is like sticker boards and stuff like that. So it all you got to do, I think. What's the best thing to do is like, how's the best way to hook you up if you're interested in something?
Just drop me a message
Insta,
on any of my
TikTok.
Yeah, Insta. Any of my socials. You'll get the same response if it's if it's through the Divider page, through the laser cutting page, or through. So basically, all of them. It's Mark from Leeds on Instagram, MFL Laser Cutting Services on Instagram, and the Top Box Divider Man on Instagram. Any of those. So yeah. I do slate coasters, which they're very popular, and I also do the merchandise for Teapot One. I do is slate coasters basically, and obviously the manufacturer and the drop shipper for him. Yeah.
So if you fancy anything like, if you have got your own channel and you do fancy something, then I
can engrave anything on any logo.
Drop him a message. Yeah. Just drop him a message and he'll get back to you. But yeah, well, whilst we was on about the touring and stuff like that, so obviously I've just bought Paul's bike. As you probably heard and seen over the last few weeks on the channel. So I bought his Honda CRF 250. So I've actually been purchasing a few bits and dabs. So basically I got myself like not an armoured vest, but it's a chest plate, back plate, shoulder. It's like a bit like a sock with the elbows and stuff like that on it. Some knee protection. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I've bought some of that. What like for Mark? What do you kind of wear? What's the difference between you going road riding, safety wise, and off roading? What do you use when you're going on the road? What do you use when you're going off road?
So road, I've got my climb Carlsbad suit, which is obviously a Gore-Tex suit, and for off-roading I've got a variation of kit that I wear, which I bought a BMW rally suit, which I've been wearing. That's very good for off-road, and it's got fantastic armor, like almost full. Brian, the jacket you've got. Yeah. You've got one. You know how well padded they are. So I wear that jacket. But I've just bought some adventure spec linesman trousers, which I got for an absolute steal. So I'm basically my rally trousers, my BMW rally trousers. I won't be wearing them anymore. I'll be wearing those. I've just bought myself a new skid lid, but that's for the road riding, which I showed you boys. New climb helmet. Well, I'll get it and show you.
Show it off, mate. Show it off.
Show it off. So yeah.
Nice.
But as regards, so for example, if it were like a scorching summer's day and I were doing the trail riding, I'd be wearing all my light stuff, that I wear when I go to ABR, because generally it's really good weather, isn't it? So I've got like the Enduro chest guard, which is the soft one. It's not the plasticky one, and a layer underneath that you wear. You put this jacket on, and it's got all like the armor in it. That's Liat, and something similar to, something similar to this. Well, I'm actually selling these because I don't wear them. I bought them brand new, and it's got all like hip and thigh protectors and stuff. It's got nothing in the bottoms. They're like tights. They're like armored tights, basically. Yeah.
You got to know that Mark's got the body of like a 12-year-old boy. So for all us big lads who've got a bit of a belly, they're no good for us. So if you've got like a 26-inch waist, that'd be sweet for you.
I don't have a 26-inch waist. I just wear me 34-inch waist very well. That's what I do. So yeah, that's basically what I wear. It depends what the weather's doing. It depending how like heavyweight the jacket's going to be, like the rally jacket, or if I'm going to wear my jersey and then the armor. But I'm moving away from that armor, which I'm going to be selling that at some point in time.
Why? What's the reason for that?
Because I only wear it. I only wear it once a year at ABR. Because like when you trail riding, you've got to factor if it's cold on the morning. You've got to layer up. You see, so but if like at the ABR, it's always really red hot. So I take that gear.
Shh, don't say anything. Don't say anything about the weather at the ABR because you've
No,
spoiled it this
no.
year.
Yeah, but it's going to happen one year, isn't it? You know, we've had rain before, but it hasn't dampened the event, so to speak. You know, I had it one year where it did absolutely piss it down for a while, but when you've been like 6 years in a row, you know it's going to happen at some point in time.
Yeah, you got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah, but it's always been good, even when it's rained, it's been good. So yeah, that's basically it. But I am looking at like getting myself out with a venture spec, but I'm not going to jump in there and buy it brand new. You know, if I can get some good used gear, then I'll hold out and wait for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it really.
Fair play. How about you, Ben? What
Well, I don't really do any off road. I don't take the big GS off road. A light gravel track would be as far as I'll go with that. But for on road stuff, I've got the Revit Vertical jacket. It's my first set of Gore-Tex, and it's only a 2-layer, not a 3-layer, so it's quite light, quite flexible. Decent armor. The 3D, what's the
3D
rated? Yeah, the double A rated armor in the elbows and the shoulders. It doesn't have a back protector, which is a bit irritating, but when I've lost a bit of weight, I'll add that in because it's currently a little bit tight in the winter. Probably be all right in the summer if I take the lining out. And then the trousers, I can't remember the name of the trousers, but I've got the trousers to go with. And I got them really just before we went to the lakes. And although the weather when we were there was good, it absolutely chucked it down on the Sunday on the way home, and I was completely dry. A little bit of seeping from my buff at the top, but you're always going to get that. And then I had a tiny bit on my T-shirt. Yeah, tiny bit on my T-shirt, but I stood up on the motorway on the way home. I think the wind that comes up the tunnel from the forks, I think it just blew it up underneath. I didn't know it was wet until I got home and took the gear off, so I wasn't getting cold from it. Absolutely bone dry. And I got the City Adventure 2 boots, which are just fantastic. Decent support. They're strong. They've got the ankle protection on the outside. I love them. They're great. They're still quite stiff. I've had them for probably nearly 18 months now. And they've done 14,000 miles, and they still feel like they're brand new on my feet. They're really good. And then helmet wise, I've got the I think same as you now, Brian, isn't it? You've got the Commander 2 Aero.
It's Commander 2, yeah. I must admit that helmet for me it fits me absolutely sweet as a nut. I'm so impressed with that Commander 2. It's like
same as
when I bought Paul's bike off him, I'd already got a little bit of stuff from that 450 that I had, so I'd already started buying some stuff. But I actually purchased off eBay, I think it was about £300, but like a wolf. It looks like an armoured jacket. That's what it looks like, and trousers and off-road trousers. But there's no armour inside it. But the arms zip off, so it becomes like a what do you call it? Right, I call it a gillet. The posh people say a gilet. Gilet. And I think it was expensive. I think it's about £250 for the trousers and the jacket. So for the winter, for me, that's probably the direction I'll go. And then, literally last weekend, I went to an MX racing. And we was walking around and saw a stand selling all the off-road gear, what the lads are using there. Do you know, like all the jerseys, like the long sleeve jerseys that they wear with the trousers? And I was just randomly looking through, and then I seen a jersey, especially for the summer. I thought a jersey for the summer would be nice. Do you know what I mean? Because you can get the air on you. I can wear my protection underneath and all the rest of it. And then I ended up buying a jersey, like a full set, just for the summer, purely for the summer. But it's just, it's just something like, I think, like for me, I'm not going to go and spend like I did with the Rucker stuff. I went, I built up to it, and then when I bought some Rucker stuff, the only thing I was disappointed in, which everybody I know who watches my channel, was just the state of how bad it just ripped up. Where if you watch, what's his name, who's just come off his bike? He crashed his bike just before Christmas.
Crashed the Africa Twin.
No, he's got a Prilla Chureg or something like that.
Andy Mancam.
Andy Mancam. So if you look at his rucker stuff that he crashed in, there's not a bean on it. There's not a scratch on it at all. And I think to myself, how has he come off-roading on a trail with all dust, dirt, mud, gravel, rocks, and he ain't got nothing at all on the rucker stuff. I'll come off on ice, and mine looks like it's been through the cheese grater. So
I think,
kind of
if I'm honest, mate, I think asphalt is more abrasive than skip. I know, like, you can skim over rocks and stuff like that, but mud, I think it's a little bit more forgiving. You know what I mean? It's less abrasive. If it's softer mud or dusty or whatever. But
I get.
End of the day, it did its job, didn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I bossed 3 or 4 ribs, but that'd be my only kind of real complaint. About the rucker stuff was the fact that it chewed up so much, and I had no keys in my pockets or nothing like that, and I literally just, because it was a big patch of ice, and I literally just slid down the road, and I kind of feel a bit hard done to, really, knowing now that the Klim stuff you can send off and get the panelling changed. So now I'd like, if I was going to go and spend that money again, I wouldn't say to I'd say to anybody, if you're going to go and spend that kind of money, then go buy a rucker suit, buy a Klim suit. Purely the fact that
I would recommend it all day long. Climb all day long, mate. Honestly,
you can send it back and get it. Get the panelling changed.
But thing is though, mate, you were butthurt when you fucked your rucker stuff up. But what about that old deer that you smashed a rose bush out of a garden when your bike went tackling through it? He's never forgiven you.
I went back about 2 weeks later, and I knocked on the door. I went in the car. I knocked on the door, and I was like, I just wanted to apologise. I've probably took about £300 worth of flowers out. I've took your rolls and bushes out and everything. Like, you know what I mean? And she's like, don't worry about it. Look, you're okay. You're okay.
That's what fucked your suit up, is you was skidding over bloody thorns and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but it was... The funny thing was, because I was going around a right-hand bend, but I slipped just before the right-hand bend, so the bike hit the corner and then bounced across the road. But as I looked at the bike, it was hitting the corner. So then when I got up, I was looking in the corner for the bike. And you get up and you're like, where's my bike? Where's my bike gone? So then there was a bit of a bush. So I started like walking up to the bush, and I was thinking, it can't be in the bush because there's nothing there. I can gone through the bush because there's no holes or anything. Do you know what I mean? And it was till, I don't know, a good 3 or 4 minutes later, it was till the lad stopped and was like, your bike's like 150 metres in that woman's garden, mate. I was like, oh, shit. Do you know what I mean? But to be fair, there was golden. That was brilliant. Got my bike up, got it started. Asked if I was all right. I mean, to be fair, I read on for another 4 hours. And it was till like dinner time. I really started struggling. But like I say, I just felt a bit, I don't know. I felt like I'd spent all that money on it. And I've had one slight crash. It wasn't a bad crash. It was a slight crash. And it's really badly chewed up, especially the trousers. The trousers look like I say, it looks like it's been through a cheese grater, and that's the only gutting thing. That's why I'm asking about the kit that you're using now, as opposed to the kit you started off with and the kit you want to get next. So it probably all comes into effect, doesn't it? How you kind of graduate through having a bike, because you want to. You start off and then you don't have the cheapest stuff, but you get the best stuff you can buy at the time, and then you end up buying, right, I want a decent pair of gloves this year. Next year I want a decent jacket. Year after, right, I'm going to go back to the gloves and get an even better pair of gloves so that they're going to last me 3 or 4 years rather than 2 years, and
Yeah.
and I think that's how I've done it. That's how I've built up the kit that I've got. But
well, my previous suit, my previous
expensive.
RST suit, was the Maverick suit, and I had that for about 4 years. And then when I purchased the Revit stuff, I've donated that to my eldest son, who's on his 125, done his CBT, riding around, and he got knocked off. Car U-turned in front of him, and he hit the side of the car, went over the bonnet, and landed on his shoulder hard enough to crack his scapula. So took about probably 5-6 mil off the bottom of his shoulder blade, and the patch on the shoulder took all the hit, and it's got that sort of what they call like ballistic denim sort of stuff on the outside.
Yeah.
Quite heavy denier, 1600 denier nylon on the outside, and it stripped and tore, but the suit stayed intact, and that was just a 3-layer suit, so sort of splash proof on the outside, but not waterproof. It would fully wet out. Then a waterproof layer, and then the thermal on the inside. And at 5 years old, I think it put up with that crash really well. Yes, it's torn up. Yes, it's marked. Lucky you had it on, really. I hadn't not long bought the Revit and said, well, you can use that then to get to work, and it did its job.
I mean, it's like that Rucker stuff. It's done its job. It's done the job that you've paid for it to do.
Yeah, but it was only a £500-600 suit. It wasn't a £2,000 suit,
Yeah.
Or
I mean, as I was asking there, do you rate Alpine Star stuff? The only time I've ever used Alpine Star was when I was racing. So I've never used. Well, I was at the time I was sponsored by Triumph, so I ended up having an Alpine Star Triumph suit. That's the only time I've ever used Alpine Star. To be fair, I've never rid on road with Alpine Star, to be honest. So for me, I couldn't say. And you guys
I had an
Alpine
Star. Yeah, I had an Alpine Star all in one, with the matching gloves and the full Power Ranger on the ZX10. Really good. Yeah, really good. Built-in back protector, shoulders, elbows, hips. It was all there. Knees. The MX-5, I think they're called. They're sort of not the really top level. The one down from like the Marquez boot. It's the one down from that. And the same with the gloves, the GP gloves. All great stuff. Yeah, no problem at all with it. Again, 5-6 years old. No marks on it really. I didn't crash in any of it, so that's always nice.
Yeah, it's like Andy's saying there. The Revit gear is really good. And how do you pronounce that? Is that Liat? Liat. Yeah. And the Liat stuff.
I've got some Liat gear.
They're predominantly off-road stuff.
I was looking at some, and some of it's like.
Oh no, actually, sorry.
Expensive.
Sorry, Liat have brought a range of like adventure gear out now as well. It looks really good. And they've brought a really nice adventure helmet out as well. Sports Bike Shop stock it all, all the new adventure gear. Looks pretty decent gear.
Yeah, I mean, Craig's saying here because Craig's got it's quite strange actually because me and him have got the same bike, exactly the same year. Yeah, he's just it was just bad, exactly the same. Looks the twin of each other, but it's just saying here about the boots, the green lining boots, that you got to protect your ankles at all costs. Because the reason why I bought this up because I know Mark doesn't have. You don't wear actual off-roading boots, so to speak.
No, I wear an adventure boot. Yeah, I don't wear. I can't wear the motocross or the enduro boots. I had a pair. I just can't feel the controls. I can't feel the rear brakes. So I'm sort of wearing gear that I can control the bike with. You see, it's still quite a stiff boot, but not like the enduro type boot.
Yeah.
It's TCX boots I wear.
Yeah, I've just bought some RST ones. Again, these are an adventure boot. It's not an off-road boot because I bought a set of off-road boots, and I just couldn't. Obviously, the sole doesn't bend at all. So I was like, I didn't know when I was clicking through the gears and nothing like that. And there's just no, for me, there was just no feeling when
Yeah.
you going for the gears.
I had exactly the same, mate. I was skidding into corners, me, because I thought I'd just was touching rear brake when I had my when I had my EXCF 350. When I was doing laning on that, I could not feel the rear brake whatsoever.
No.
So
No.
I think I wore them once or twice, and then I sold them. They were Liat. They're a good boot, really good boot, good quality, comfy.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, just going to this comment that Paul said. Oh, I'm all right, aren't they?
Yeah. Mine is sort of similar level
twos,
to that.
City Adventure 2s, and they've got like the skeleton on the outside. All this bit here, all the squeaky bits that you hear.
Does that squeak when you're walking around?
And the whole of the bottom end here is solid.
Yeah.
Really decent protection. Shin protection as well. They're great boots. I reckon I'll get years and years out of these before I've got to replace them. They're like I said, they've done probably 12, 14,000 miles now. And there's not, I can't really see that, can you? But there's not a mark on them. You know, they're on the spiky pegs. I haven't got rubber inserts in my on my GS pegs, and I sit with my toes up, so they're on probably two of the points on the peg. It's not marking them. They're bloody brilliant. And they were a bit like that, Mark. They're a bit stiff when I first got them on, and you sort of struggle to get underneath and struggle to get on top for the gear change. But now the ankles have sort of softened up a bit. They're brilliant.
Just to answer Craig's question, on my 350, the brake lever, I could not move. I needed to move the brake lever like further down, like changing gears wasn't a problem, but I had to move the brake lever as far as I possibly could down. I couldn't get it any lower. So it's kind of like my foot was on the lever the whole time. It's like like when you trail in the rear brake and you don't realise you're doing it, you got your foot on it. It was like that the whole time. I couldn't angle it any further down. So it's kind of like as soon as the mirrors are touching, it were locking up. It was skidding into it everywhere.
I mean,
I just want to go past
so much gear. So much gear.
I just want to go back to a comment that was said about Richie Vader's stuff. Because I actually spoke to Rich about this, because I was actually looking at an Alpine Star Gore-Tex suit, to be honest.
You know what, mate? Sorry, but I like that suit that he was wearing. I thought to myself, I'd like one of those. And when he says what he said, then I won't spoil it. Yeah. You can you take over, mate.
Yeah. So basically, like we met up and we had a bit of breakfast and stuff like that. And basically, he was just saying how it was really comfortable. It was a really nice suit, but it's saying it's Gore-Tex, and it wasn't. He says, and I was absolutely fucking soaking. And you just think to yourself, why say it's Gore-Tex or it's waterproof when it's leaking through? And he was like, it was leaking through everywhere. It was just in patches. He says it started off like on the inside of his arm, on the inside of his arm here, because obviously when you're riding like that, he says, and then he was getting like pooling patches on his groin. Because then the next thing I know, the whole of my legs are soaking wet because it's just failed. So it's good to if you are going to look at buying kit, have a look at the stuff that people have why it's failed. Don't have a look at what's the good. Have a look at the bad comments first before you start having a look at the good comments, because that's the information you kind of want to see, and so when you look at it, you know what you're buying really. But
fair play to Rich as well. You know what I mean? Because honesty it's a great thing, isn't it? And he's straight up said, "I'm sorry, but this is not to standard," which is good. He can stand by his convictions, can't he? You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I've got this new bit of kit, and it's amazing. And it's a pile of shit, and then loads of people go and buy it and that. But he doesn't operate like that, does he? He's always He's always very transparent. He's always very transparent.
Yeah, to be fair, he's always pretty good with especially his reviews. And it's nice if I'm being honest. It's nice to watch somebody do a review on a bit of kit and actually say, they say it's a good bit, it's a good piece of kit. It's comfortable and all the rest of it, but this is the failings kind of thing. Giving you both sides, not just people having it given to them or branded to them and saying, "Oh yeah, this is fantastic. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life," and all that. Like it's not. It's actually nice to see that polar opposite of saying it is a good bit of kit. However, this is the reason why I won't buy it. So
he did the real world test as well, didn't he? Yeah, he did the real world test, didn't he? So he didn't ride around block and go, "This is amazing." He rode thousands of miles, didn't he?
Yeah. It's like Steve is saying there. There's that much gear out there. You don't know what to choose, and that's a fair point, really, because you met a point sometimes where, like I am now, I'm looking at a new suit to start riding back on the road, and I'm like, I don't want to go and spend $2,000 on a rucker suit. I'm never ever going to do that again, and that's truthful. That I just wouldn't do it.
You know what the problem is, mate? All the top suits, Revit, Klein, Rucker, they're all that money. Risha, the top black Risha was nearly $2,000. 1,000 quid for a jacket, 800 quid for trousers. So they're all up there. They're all charging the same sort of money. But the thing that I particularly like about the particular thing that I like about the Climb is you buy the jacket, you buy the trousers, you're buying the Gore-Tex item, and then you've got the option to layer it yourself. You can pick and choose what puffer jacket you put inside it, or what base layers or mid layers, or that's what I like. You see, and then
what's that with?
Like Climb, so Klim.
Oh, Klim.
So you get no thermals with it. You get no mid layers with it. It's just the raw jacket, and that's what I do. I layer up with like Rucker base layers, Rucker thermal mid layer, or obviously I've got a Kai-seated jacket, so I wear the Kai-seated jacket. But that's what I kind of like. It's stripped back. Then you know what I mean. Yeah. Like rather than buying a jacket that you've got like 3 layers before you start, and then you're like that, and you're thinking, I can't move about. I can't unzip my jacket or whatever. I can't get my hand in my pocket. That's what I like about my suit. And don't get me wrong, I must have been backwards and forwards in the shop 5, 6, 7, 8 times trying on everything all over again, and then on Monday I just woke up and decided to do it.
Yeah. That to be fair, the one I'm looking at the moment, and the one I've spoke to Rich quite a bit about, is that adventure spec stuff that he's got, because looks really, it looks really smart, and two, what I liked when I spoke to him about the adventure spec stuff is it fits, the sizes are correct, if that makes sense, because sometimes we've all done it either where we've gone, like I'm a 42 jacket. And then you go in and you put a 42 jacket on, and it looks like you're wearing your dad's overcoat. Do you know what I mean? And then you try your, you get right. I'm going to drop down to a 40. So you put a 40 on, and then it don't fit your shoulders. So then you're like, right, I can't use, for example, I can't use RSD because the 40 is too small and the 42 is too big. So then you got to that's what I kind of did with when I bought the Rucker stuff. I tried the Klim stuff on, and even the short leg was too long for me, and then I put the short leg on for the Rucker stuff, and it was perfect. I tried like the 42 jacket on the Klim stuff, it was massive on me, and then I tried the 40 and it just felt a little bit too tight. Then I tried the Rucker stuff on, put the 42 on, fit me sweet. So you have got to, the only thing I'd say is go and try the stuff on, don't just buy stuff. If you're going to go and spend some money then on your bike to go and save your life, go and try your stuff on. They'll just buy it off eBay because, here we go. They'll just buy it off of eBay because Adam Reeman's wearing it. There you go. You can all stop taking the piss now.
And the fit is important, because if the fit's not right, the armour's going to move and it's not going to do its job. So it needs to be...
if you have to wrestle to get the jacket on or off, what fun is that? It's got to be comfortable. You've got to be able to walk around in it. Without
good fit, it needs to be a good fit. It needs to work.
Yeah.
Not be too tight, not be too loose. It needs to work.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to be comfortable on the bike as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Most
think my
important.
Revit set was about 950 quid, I think, for the trousers and the jacket. And yeah, like I say, so far so good. I mean, it's only 6 months old, but so far so good.
Yeah, like I say, I must admit that the main one I'm kind of aiming for at the moment is the adventure spec stuff. Because to be fair, when I did the Peacock trip with Rich last year, he wore the adventure spec stuff, and like we all want to look smart on the bike as well, don't we? You don't go out and want to look like a bag of shit, but it actually looks smart when it's on as well. So I was just like, you know what, it looks the part, and you gotta, if it does what it says on the tin, that's all you want.
Rimming rim and the ABR.
He knows who I am, so I ain't bothered.
Yeah.
He does know you are,
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
You're
just
lucky bastard, aren't you? You're lucky bastard.
Oh, mate, I was flabbergasted. Honestly, I was flabbergasted.
Pinky biker. Come on, mate.
I thought it was from Australia.
No, Brian's not from Australia.
Oh, you?
He's from Dudley. He's from Dudley.
But now it's
from Kenya. just slow. It's a delay.
Come on, Trigger. Keep up, Trigger. Keep up. But yeah, you've got to sit there and you've got to look at the stuff and have a look at who manufacturers that are new selling it and go and try it on 100%. We all do it. But for there might be people out here listening to because I put this as a podcast as well. They might be here listening to the podcast and buying stuff off eBay or I don't know, TikTok shop or something like that, and you ain't got a clue what you're buying really. You know what I mean? But
particularly with helmets. Just have a look. If it's an Arrow helmet and it's less than a third of the price of a genuine lid, it's not a genuine lid. Don't buy it. No. Buy a real one, or buy the best you can afford.
Yeah.
I know you're better off. Go on.
I know that new helmet's cost me a fair few quid. It's eye-watering the price, but I've had my other climb helmet for 4 years, and I've tried on a few, and I thought to myself, now's the time. I thought I may as well.
Yeah, like I say, you just got to buy the best, or the best what you can afford, basically.
Yeah,
that's all you've got to do. Because what you got to remember is that really you need to look at the safety, not just it's Gore-Tex or it's waterproof or it feels nice. You got to look at the safety side of it as well. But
I just look how good I look in the mirror, and that's all I go on.
Obviously,
I'm surprised you can see yourself. You have to run around in the shower to get wet. Nah.
That's how I test on the
a bit of a dig. Sorry. But now you have got to go and have a look at it, I think. You try it on and stuff, especially with helmets and stuff like that and boots. You've got to go and try them.
Try them on a few times. Yeah, don't make a decision then. Go away, think about it. Try everything on each shop. I mean, it's not going to cost you anything to try it all on, so you may as well.
No.
You're spending hard-earned money that's not easy to come by, so you've got to make that right decision, haven't you?
Yeah. I must admit, it's like Dave is saying here, he's got his first ever peak lift. A step away from being a GS wanker.
Do it, Dave. Do it.
Yeah. No, but the thing is,
it's too small. It's too short to be a GS rider. It's too short.
He's not. He's taller than you, Mark, and you've got a GS.
No, he's not. I'm 6 foot tall, mate.
6 foot tall in your high leg boots.
Yeah, stood on the bed.
I think I'm taller than Brian, so I'm all right.
That ain't difficult, to be fair. That ain't difficult. You know what I mean?
I'm taller than both of you. Shut up.
That grass behind you is taller than you, Brian.
I got lost in that last year at ABR Festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I wouldn't buy now a normal helmet without a peak. I use that peak like a cap now. you know what I mean, when you ride in the sun and stuff like that, it's so helpful, so helpful. Like when I bought my lid, that Commander 2, there's certain things that I wanted. I wanted the peak. I wanted the cutout on the ears to put the Pactor earphones in. I wanted I wanted the internal shades, but I also wanted a good visor when it comes down, that you've got quite a wide field of view. So there were certain stuff, certain criteria that I actually wanted when I was looking for the helmet that I wanted. I've always had LS2 helmets, and they've been bang on because I'm quite cheap and cheerful. You know, you can get a carbon helmet from LS2 for like 270 quid, 300 quid, and then bang on. They're absolutely bang on. But you know, you want to progress, and you want to get a slightly better helmet, or you want to move away from a helmet or something like that. But
the LS2 is the helmet I wanted, but it just doesn't fit my head. I've got a bit of a strange head. They say you're either a shoey or an Arai. I'm neither. Can't get either of them on properly. And the aero fitted really nice. And Extra Riders just said it must be loud for noise and audio and all that sort of stuff. It's not. I don't find it loud at all. It's much quieter than my old HGC lid. That wasn't a peak. This is my first peak helmet, and it's brilliant. It doesn't catch the wind unless you really tilt your head back. It doesn't catch the wind or anything. They're great.
Yeah, I'm with Pete Brownsmith on that. You know, I can't see past the climb gear. You know what I mean? He's used it. He's an ambassador for climb, though. You know what I mean? So that's an in-house joke. That's an in-house joke. That. But it's good gear that don't let you down. So you may as well go for it.
Yeah. I must admit, I don't get a lot of noise through mine, and I've got I've got the little adventure screen on mine, and I don't know. They're made now. There's that much technology getting put into these helmets now that the wind noise, the aeros, the filters, the fins, and all this lot like. But mine ain't. I don't think mine's windy. I don't know, because we've always got the Pack Talk on. I've always got music on, and I'm always talking to somebody. So to be fair, I don't really.
Yeah.
I've never really noticed the wind.
There's a helmet place I think they're in Holland. I think they might just be called the Helmet Co. They had a guy go out with a microphone and they measured decibels inside.
They measured the decibel zones, didn't they?
Yeah, and the aero actually came out as one of the quiet, if not the quietest, of all the peak helmets in that price range, in that sort of £300 price range. It came out as one of the quietest.
Oh yeah, I saw that. We Pete Brownsmith.
I seen this. What's this then? What's the new Cardo helmet? What's that all about?
So Cardo bringing out a noise cancelling helmet where you don't have to wear any earplugs or anything like that. It cancels out noise out. Like AirPods. Like I've got these AirPods in. It's all noise cancelling. So like the ambient sound is it's switched off. So it's basically gonna be like that. It's gonna have a integrated Cardo system as well.
That ain't gonna be cheap.
No,
that ain't gonna be cheap.
Well,
I bet you're looking over $1,000 for that easy.
Pack Talk Edges, 25
quid,
300 quid. Yeah, 25 quid. I wish. So
25.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking at it for new helmet, but I just can't get to that at this moment in time.
There you go. Peace saying here, it's about 800 quid apparently.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not.
If that's the Cardo built into it as well, and all the wires hid and all the rest of it, then I don't think that's a bad price. If I'm being brutally honest, if you look at a helmet now, you look at a Pack Talk Edge now, you're probably looking between 300 and 400 quid for a Pack Talk Edge new.
Yeah.
And then 300 or 400 quid for a decent helmet. So 800 quid, a bad price. I don't think no.
No, it's not actually.
Yeah, it is, Paul. So the BMW helmets, when they're sprayed by just for BMW, it's the Aero Commander 2 helmet. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same helmet.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Cardo helmet, and it doesn't look like anybody else's. It looks like it's probably their own.
Yeah, it's. I think
mesh boost up to 31 riders, 2 kilometer range. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, not looks good value for 800 odd quid.
Yeah, Pete will have two. One in each colour.
Yeah. Right then, lads. Right then. That's an hour.
That's good. It's been fun.
Absolutely flown.
That has fun.
Absolutely flown. I've just looked. I thought it was on for about 20 minutes, and I've just looked up, and it's been an hour. That has flown by. Flown by. Right then, I'm going to scroll through and say a few thank yous here. Let me just click on some of these. I know the background noise is cancelling tech actually damages. Oh, it actually damages you here because of the frequency and it's worth looking into. That's a fair point, that is. That's all right. So I'm just going to quickly scroll back up to the top. If I miss anybody, if you lads can scroll back up as well, and just if I miss anybody, just give them a shout out. Right then. So we had Buster ADV. We've also had Pecos Paul, Andy Stewart, Kyman Go, Craig from Motor Rev, Pecos Paul, Exeter Rider, Spug One, Colin Wilkie, Fentua. Let's keep scrolling down. Andy Mason. I've seen Andy Mason somewhere. Gravy Davey. Moto Tour Ireland as well. GP Patriot. Zogd2485. I think that might be about everybody. Oh, Peteski Rides. Yeah, Peteski Rides. I don't know if I said Andrew Mason or not, but I'll give him another shout out if I Biking Critter just sneaking in at the end. Danny sneaking in at the end. So
Danny.
Yeah, so genuinely, honestly, guys, if hold on. And Adam Reeman, of course. Bell end.
Nice one. Nice one, Craig.
But no, I just want to thank, obviously, Mark and Ben for coming on. I really appreciate it, and obviously everybody in the side chat as well. You know, this is what we do for. This is our little community on a Wednesday. This is our time, our little hour to have a little chat and a gig and
we didn't need Alex, did we?
Yeah, have a bit of banter and shoot the shit. But yeah, again, I just want to thank everybody in the side chat because it's absolutely great.
Yeah, cheers.
We had 22 watchers at one stage, so you know that's absolutely fantastic. And obviously, if you do want to listen to it, obviously it's in a podcast as well, so you can listen to it in a podcast as well. So, but as usual, guys, stay safe, and until next Wednesday, I'll see you all later. Take care, muckers. See you later.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.